Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us again on yet another episode of Daring the Desert Show. Today, I have brought her back. You said you have a lot of questions that you want her to answer, and so I have brought Sally back so that she can answer the questions that we had. So thank you so much for joining us, and welcome to the Daring the Desert Show.
So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
again.
you for welcoming me.
And creating time to join us.
Okay.
Now, from the last episode, I have had so many questions, and I invited you here because we want to go through those questions and give as much possible answers as possible.
Okay.
So one of the questions that somebody sent and would like to know, how can you manage to solve a case of a runaway? Somebody is run away and they want to solve this case. So how can they legally solve this case to be back legally in Bahrain?
Like someone came here in Bahrain and then she or he ran away, because it can be either a male or a female.
Yes, yes.
So first of all, I would say that if someone has a runaway case, this is a matter of police and RMRI and immigration, which is easy to solve, or sometimes it depends with your case. Understand? So if someone wants to solve the case, like example, maybe someone came here as unskilled. Unskilled, it means this is a house manager or how we call it. Okay. So what there is that, first of all, if someone, example, come to me and will be like, okay, I have a runaway case and I would like to get a job, because most of the people will approach me and they are looking for a job. And first of all, the things I'm supposed to ask you, if you're looking for a job and you're here in Bahrain, it means that it's a must. Sorry, it's a must. You have to either provide for me. My first thing I will tell you, it's like, do you have another job? You want to quit from your pay, or you are looking for a new job? So most likely people tell you, I'm looking for a job because this I left my older sponsor and this, and some of them you'll find that they were house managers and they want to work outside. What there is like, for someone to be transferred, we need a release letter. This is a document signed by the sponsor previous. And we need a no objection letter, same from the sponsor, and your document, that's a passport, and the CPR copy for your sponsor. So what happens is, maybe I will just take your CPR or your passport, because as by now I can access to know if you have a runaway case or you don't have. So once you send me your documents, I'll check. If I check, if there is a runaway case, most likely you'll see work permit is invalid, and there is a red, it's something blinking red, so that you have a runaway case. And by that, the next thing, I'll ask you to be honest with me. What happened? Why do you have a runaway case? Why this your document? You are not this. Okay. If you're honest, you'll tell me. Okay, these are things I've solved with many people so far, because it depends also with the employer. I'll ask you, can you talk to your sponsor? You tell me no. Of course, if you run away, there is no way you will be in good terms with the employer or the company. So mostly I'll get the number. I'll call the employer. If the employer is someone who is cooperative, and most of them, they do cooperate, because if you have a runaway and you're a house manager, it means the employer where you ran away, like the house you're working and you ran away here, it means that this employer will never get back his visa. What does it mean? It doesn't matter. Even he go in RMRI, cancel the visa, he still can't get back his visa until you be transferred. And in case anything happens here, maybe an accident, you are sick, you're in hospital, you die, still the sponsor will be responsible. So mostly they want to solve this problem, because the problem is also on their side. So once I call an employer, they will be like, okay, you know what, she ran away from my house, and guess what? I need this. I paid the office this amount of money to bring her in Bahrain, and you know, I lost my money, I lost my visa. So I'll be like, sir, or okay, sir, what would you like? And what do you want? Because after all, this lady, she will never come back to you.
Yeah.
And also for you on your side, you'll never take her back.
Yeah.
So most of them, they will say, I need her to pay me this amount of money.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, sir, you know, this girl, she's outside, she has been struggling, she did a mistake. Because most of them, some of them, I myself, even if I'm bringing them here, there is some girls who can run away. And when you try to follow up their cases, you get to know it's a peer influence. Someone will just call them, tell her, you know, outside we have this lifestyle, the work is like this, you get this salary. Why are you working for 120 BD, 100 BD, and outside you, of which it's, most of this is lies. Yeah. So you will listen to the girl, and the employer, I will try to convince the sponsor, okay, this lady, she is ready to pay, but I have to get to know how much the sponsor wants. Because some employer will say, I need 1,000 BD to release her. That's a lot of money.
And most of the times, you can solve this case between you as an agent and the employer without involving the police, or do you have to? Because already this case is run away and has been reported to the police. Can you solve this case without going to the police and just solve it, mutual understanding, and then he will release it from the police? Or does the police have to be there when you're solving this case?
No. If a sponsor employer, if the employer is cooperating with us, it means like he or she will come to the office, sign all the documents, but the police, he has to accept to go to the police station. How? You don't need to go to the police station, he reported the case. He needs to go to Sananis. And you as a runaway example, you have to accompany your employer. And you have to go with an intention to transfer from a new sponsor, because they will not remove the case and make you free if you don't have
a job,
someone to hire you. So if the employee is cooperating, and most of them, they will cooperate, because some of them we did replacement. So you have to come with an offer letter, or the person who wants to hire you. Then you'll go to Sanabase, you will do the fingerprints, and the sponsor will release you. And no need of going to the police station. It's all about that, because everything is in the system.
Now the other question that I got is, somebody want to understand, why does the sponsor charges money when they want to leave? Why does the sponsor say you have to pay me before leaving? And can you explain to them, because they have not finished their contract, they want to leave, and the sponsor says, I need you to pay me my money. So they want to understand, why do they ask for this money?
Okay, this one will be very clear, and we will use also honesty. Okay, this question I've been, even you will go through the comments, some people are like, okay. So it's like every person who is coming here, and mostly they are unskilled. That's what laborers, mostly it happens to the house managers. And also to the skilled laborers also. Why the employer will ask for the money? It's because they pay, they pay to bring you here. This is what they are saying. Like, example, for you to have you cannot come in Bahrain if you don't have a visa. And once you come here, there's an agreement. There is a contract. Even you come here as a security, you know. As per securities, they have also contracts. They have a contract which is for them, it's 1 year. After 1 year, if you don't want to work, you can leave. Any skilled laborer. But for the house managers, you know, the contract is 2 years. And before starting this contract, you have an agreement. They will all, like I was saying last time, I have to ask you, are you willing to work for 2 years? Because before you come here, you know you're coming to work for 2 years. So this person, for you to bring you here, it means that they have paid your ticket, they have paid your visa, and they are the one, they have to be paying your salary every month. And they have to come through the agency. Being as agents, we open offices. okay, it's a business, but it's still a way to bring you back to get your daily bread. So for them, why they're asking for the money, it's because they paid. They paid the visa, they paid the ticket, and whole process they pay, because they will also do medical. Once you come in Bahrain, they will not charge you. If you are sick, they will take you to hospital. Maybe within 1 year, you might find out a girl has been admitted even more than 1 month.
Yeah.
And all the employer, because if you get sick, it means that every sponsor in Bahrain, if you are sick, even if you are working as a security, working in a coffee shop, it's in the contract. Employers supposed to pay the
Medical, yeah.
As long as you're working with someone and you are under someone's visa, it doesn't matter. You're not supposed to say, like some of them you will find some of my girls, they will tell me like, oh, you know, the sponsor told me I have to pay the hospital. No, I have to call the employer. I will remind the sponsor, you know, there is, you need to pay her medical, his medical reason. When you're coming here, there's a contract.
Yeah.
And the sponsor, you're supposed to start for everything. That's the reason when you want to leave, you're demanding to have their payments.
Yeah. So another question that somebody asked is, you are employed as a housemaid, you go to work. What do you do when you start working and the term of the contract changes?
If
you are coming to work in one home, and then when you get there, you find you're working for 3 homes at the same time. So how do you help those people that you brought them here so that they are not misused in this way? Or how do you solve this case?
Okay, I think it's something I was telling you, and that's why I think I decided to show you. This is a copy I would like to share with you or to show you, because I was telling you for every employer to come, every house manager who is coming here in Bahrain, it means that you have a contract to come here. Because I was trying to go to a certain comments, okay, we don't go with the negativity because this is, you have to expect this. But as you can check, if you can go through this one this is for the employer. I told you it's about 3 parties. The first party is the employer and the office. What is my job? My job, I have to ask you as an employer, okay, how many, as you can see, how many bathrooms?
Yeah.
How many kitchens? How many living rooms? How many bedrooms? And your house is how many levels? I need to know.
Yeah.
Because with this contract, if you go, okay, and you will see there is another place we are asking about the residence place. This means for the house manager. How many does this housemaid or house manager, she has a place to sleep? Because you hear some girls, they'll tell you, I'll be sleeping on the floor. It's not allowed.
Yeah.
Because that's why we have to ask, do you have a separate room with a separate bathroom for this house manager? Or do you have a common bathroom? We need to know if she is sharing with the other family members. And also I'll ask you how many the number of family members are there in that house. Anyone special, any problem, like we need to know reason. Some, like you have said, some house manager, they will come here and you'll find out they are working in 2 to 3 houses, which is not allowed.
Yeah.
Because once you come here, you're supposed to be working only in one house. That is the house for the employer who has brought you in. But sometimes you find out the sons or some employers here, they will do the contract. But once you reach here, you're not working in the house in the same sponsor as per the contract. Reason, maybe this is the daughter, this is the son, that is allowed. But also, even for that, you're not supposed to be like, if it's to come to work, we need to know. Even if the visa is for your dad, you have to say, this is my dad want to help me to get a visa, but this house manager, she's coming to work with me. I'll tell you, and I always repeat to the client and the house manager, you're not supposed to work in 2 houses. You're supposed to work in 1 house. But you'll find out some house manager, they'll be like, oh, madam, she told me, if she was asking me if I can go and help, or I work with the brother and I'll get more money. That is up to her. It's not in the contract, but it's up to the house manager.
Yeah.
But the contract is you're supposed to work only in one
house.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I have had a few questions from other people, and this comes in when it comes to people bringing other people here, and most of the times, not going. Some people are not coming to Bahrain through agents, so they are coming through friends who tell them that I will get you a job in Bahrain. They are employed here, but they bring in other people with visit visa, and they say that I will get you a job in Bahrain. Now, we have a few cases that people come here and they find that there is no job. They paid those friends who are not agents to bring them here, and they find there are no jobs. Now, what are some of the red flags that you can tell them?
Honestly speaking, I don't wanna talk too much about this visit visa, because one thing, if you're coming in Bahrain with a visit visa, you're coming to visit here and live.
Yeah.
But since there is some ways the people are there, some of the people are coming here and getting a job, they must be very careful. I'm talking this from experience. That's why you find out most of them, they are come all the way from different countries, from Africa, but once they get in Bahrain, you find out they cannot even enter. And this is someone who was called by a person who is working here, or someone who is even jobless here, not even working, and will promise them, oh, I can get you a visa, and then once you come in Bahrain, there's a lot of jobs, and the salary starts from $1,000, 1,000 BD. That is even, I've met like some guys, I think the guys I met, they passed by my office, and I feel sorry for them. The guys, they were from Cameroon. So they are coming each and every day. Like now, I think this is the season I have met with a lot of them, because they are coming. So I tried to talk to them, because the guys were like, I'm looking for a job, even if it's a security. And then I had to ask, how did you come in Bahrain? I'm in a visit visa. And for me to come here, I paid a lot. Even I met a guy. He's a guy who was telling me, I think he paid more than almost 1,000 BD to be in Bahrain, and he was promised this is a work visa. I don't know how he didn't read or whatever.
Absolutely. And the reason I'm talking about this is because I've met the same guy, or he's spoken to me, and he was promised a job, and he took money from home and paid this particular person, and he was told that we got a job for you. When he arrived in Bahrain, he came to find that it was actually not even a job visa, but it was a visit visa. Now, I wanted to say this, and I wanted to say it that people should understand. One, when you come to Bahrain and you don't come through an agent and you come through friends, or even if you come through an agent and they promise you a skilled labor, not a domestic worker job, but a skilled labor job, you should check. And the way you should check is that we have a website in Bahrain, and it's called LMRA portal. You check there. I will give you all the details about it. You need to put your passport and your country, and you will be able to see if you have a visa or not. I feel bad that people get here and say they were cheated in Bahrain. No, you are not. We have telecommunications everywhere else. You have internet. You have access to internet. Before you pack your things and come to Bahrain, check your visa. We have a link that you need to check with your passport number and get to know that you actually have a job. And this is a company that is employing you. You cannot just come blindly, and then when you get here, you start saying, oh, I didn't know it was not a work visa, it was a visit visa. This is a mistake from your end. you need to check before getting here. We will give you details and the link to check. And when you get here, when you plan to come here, check first.
Right.
Because a lot of people are here complaining that they came thinking it's a job and it's a visit visa. And a visit visa lasts for 3 months.
And some of them even they are lasting for 2 weeks after 2
Yeah, and after that, you need to leave. And there are no jobs waiting for you. You need to come and look for a job. So if somebody tells you there's a job waiting for you, then why can't they can they help you get that job and come with a work visa instead of coming with a visit visa? If you check on the link and you don't get your name or your passport doesn't go through, then you should automatically know that they're bringing you with visit visa.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah, that's true.
And again, you should not be paying.
Exactly. Because, come on, there's something I would like to say this about this visit. Because I think, like you're mentioning now, there's a lot.
A lot. And the problem that I have is that I have a lot of us Africans.
Yes.
Clearly, this is a problem with us of Africans. We are the ones crying every day, I was cheated, and yet we have access to internet. You will not see other expatriates getting into these kind of mistakes.
Yeah.
This is a thing with Africans. We don't get to check the details before we travel.
Anyway, even there's a difference between a visit visa and a work visa. Is something they are not understand. Even sometimes I was going through a certain group, and I think from that group, most of them have approached me. You will see a post, someone will just come along and say that we are providing housemates from Kenya. We are providing hairdressers from Kenya. One thing, like I mentioned last time, until now, for the ladies' visa from Africa, except Ethiopian, you cannot process a work visa.
Yeah.
It will go through RMRI, immigration, they will reject. Understand? For the guys, it's true, you will get a work visa, it will go through. But for the ladies, we have a red.
Yeah.
So for now, this visit visa mostly, I would like just for those who are outside, before you, because there are so many people approaching me and telling me, oh, please just do for me a visit visa. I will come there and I'll get a job. Someone promised I'll get the first question, the person who is even promising you to get you a job, what does he or she does? You understand? And also another point is like, okay, there is so many have come here and they manage to get a job and they transfer. But why should you pay before even the visa is ready?
Yeah.
There's so many who has also paid and there is no visa.
Yeah.
You know, why should you pay someone you will pay a visa you have not even seen and you have been promised it's a work visa. Then, like that guy who was talking of 1,000, and you had a case of those guys who came, I don't know, they were still from either Cameroon. Yeah, you had those cases. The guy came in, he stayed in the airport more than 2 days. No one went to pick him. After he went from the airport, you find out he paid a lot of money to come here. There's no security job in Bahrain paying 200 BD.
No.
That's a lie. There's only one. I've been doing recruitment. I'm going 4 years. And I can tell you I've brought security guys a lot. And the company, I remember the company that gave a job order, which was, the salary was a bit high. I won't mention the company. It was 170 BD. And it was a push. I had to push them because we're talking about 14 hours. You understand? That was because the other company, I have another company right now. They want me to sign with them, but I will not work hard to bring someone to work for a salary of 75 BD. And this is why, because as skilled as you're coming here, as you're asking them why should they at least have payments for skilled. As a company, we don't cater for everything like for the house manager. And the company which is giving me a job order, they're not supposed also to pay. They're supposed just to give us a job order. We need to mention about it. It's either I agree or I disagree, because the salary, my dear, 70, 75 BD. You are getting someone all the way from Africa.
The thing is, some people will get that they are told you're being paid 75 BD, convert it in your country's currency, and then you think you are making a lot of money. But what people don't understand is that you're being paid 75 BD. Fine, some companies will provide you with accommodation, but let's be realistic. You need to buy food. You need to look good. People will say, oh, I'm making a lot of money, but you also don't check how much you'll be spending in a month. And then when you come here and you realize this money is too small and you cannot even take care of your family back at home, and then you are told that no, when you stop working there and run away and look for another job, you will get better money. People don't. You need to ask questions. For me, I feel that people need to ask questions.
That's true. Because we cannot compare. I don't want to say Bahrain is the best country or it's the best, but it's among them.
It's the Bahrain BD, the Bahrain BD is strong.
Yeah, strong.
That is one. But secondly, when you are asking questions about coming here, you should also try to find out about the expenses.
That's true. That's true.
If you're a lady, you need to braid your hair. You can't have your hair bad, but you need to know that how much it costs. It's way expensive than in Kenya.
Yeah, that's why you're asking about this runaways. I feel sad because I don't want to look like I'm just insisting them to stay in the house. And doesn't mean working as a house manager, you are useless or you are nobody. No. Do you know, if I can bring a cleaner here and a house manager, and we get to say, okay, how much you are earning. Some of them, they are earning 120 BD as house managers. I'm going with Kenyans now. I'll mention Kenyans or Africans mostly. 120 BD and a cleaner. If you hit I am getting job orders for cleaning companies. They need cleaners. So most of the cleaners, the salary will start from 110, 120 to 150. Give them 150 BD. Let the house manager, let's count. House manager has a 120 BD and a cleaner has 150 BD. My dear, I'll tell you something. This house manager, she's not by. Let the girl to finish her contract, because most of them are cheated. If you go outside, life is like this. I'm working in a cleaning company, salary is 150 BD. You are earning 120 or 100 BD, but they forget. Once you are in a cleaning company, you need transport here and there. Even the company will say we can provide transport and accommodation. You will find most of those girls, they will never stay in that accommodation because they are not in a very good standards. Okay, we are not here for good life because we need better life back home. But you'll find out like this, you're in a cleaning company. Weekends, you're not working. You need to be going and you need transport here. You need this. You need to buy your own food. You need to buy your soap. You need to buy your clothes. You need to change. You need to look good. Doesn't mean the house manager is not changing. But on the other side, as a house manager, I insist, please finish your contract. After your contract, you have saved enough money. If you want to go for a better job or you want to stay in the same place, you want more salary, it's better for you because 120 and 150. This person is paying somewhere house rent, paying her expenses to and fro everywhere here and there. You will find out maximum, some of them, they will save up 50 BD or 60 BD per month. You as a house manager, what are you supposed to spend for? So before someone tell you of jobs outside, think twice. Understand?
Now, the other thing we have to be clear, and you have to help me here because I'm not too sure about this, but we have to talk about it, is a lot of people outside, we also tell, and this we are talking about house manager, and the reason we are so insisting about house managers is because we have a very big number of them who have run away from jobs and they're trying to fix their situations. And that is why we are having this sitting down here, because a lot of them are coming and asking questions, and this is why we need you to get answers. Now, a lot of them have been told, you leave the job and come out here and you will get a flexi visa. Now, can housemaids get flexi visas?
It happened, I think, like, I don't know if 2 years, 1 year. There's a time there was, what will I call it? It's a time the government gave it. Like, if you have a case, if you have anything you want to regularize yourself, it happens.
But this is because of Corona. And,
no.
Okay.
It happens after every 4 to 5 years. But mostly that time, why it happened, there was Corona.
Yeah, because of Corona.
So, if you put your passport, each and everyone out there, and you're looking for a flex visa, which has been cancelled as we talk now, it doesn't matter, you're skilled and skilled. There's no flex unless they'll bring it back. I'm not sure of it. But if you put your passport, your details, like you told, there is a link, they need to go through that, RMRI, this, you check. You will see if you're eligible or illegible. And of which right now, let no one lie to the house manager. They will not get a flex visa. It's not.
Now let me talk about this other thing that is sensitive to talk about it, but need to be addressed. The reason a lot of people are running away from jobs, it's not even because they have any ill treatment at their work, but for a reason. People come to Bahrain, there's kind of Facebook pages that they join.
Yes.
And or you get messages, I don't know how people know that somebody is new, and they tell you they were going to get you a job. Now, for me, I feel when somebody tells you they are going to get you a job, they should start with giving you proof of where they work.
That's true.
Now, the other thing that is even, I think this is one of the reasons where they have stopped giving visas to Kenyan women, is because they run away and then they think they can use themselves to make money.
Yeah.
Which needs to be addressed, because first of all, it's very shameful. It's very shameful that when you walk around and they see you and they ask you Kenyan.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, it's very, very shameful that you don't want to work and this is what you're doing. And then when you get arrested, you're calling everybody and saying, can you get me out?
And that's why you find that most of them, after all, they will bring even this. So, we have representatives, right? I think you have gone so many things, so many pages in Facebook, in WhatsApp, you will hear like the topic oh, you know what, we have representatives who doesn't help. Oh, that is an agent, she cannot help you. No, come on. You came here to work.
Absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Because once you're back home, okay, right now, as I'm telling you, we've been blocked. Kenyans being number one. We were number one because we have a list, like we get listed from RMRI, and I told you it's going up to now. It's almost 2 years. The ladies' visas has been
cancelled.
Yes, like you can't process, and I feel sad. Me myself as a Kenyan, sitting down, someone coming in to ask for maybe there is a client coming and they need staff. And most of the time I'm getting job orders for jobs, like you will find a company, they need baristas, they need beauticians, they need waiters, but I do my best to try to convince about Kenya. And the answer they will give you feel so, I'm always disappointed, because I'll be like, oh, no, Kenya, like,
Yeah.
Why? we have a peer pressure here because I'm trying to talk to my colleagues. Like I told you, I have different nationalities. We are working together, and they will be surprised when I'm giving, like, you find out. I will not tell them about us Kenyans because I'm trying to bring our names to be better than it is right now in Bahrain. But you find out they don't have groups like we Kenyans we have, because what I like, Kenyans are very educated.
Yeah,
this one I can tell you. I think I'm not saying this because I'm a Kenyan, but if you can compare a Kenyan with another nationality, and that's why you hear sometimes you hear Kenyans saying, "You can take me wherever you want to. I know the law. I know." Don't. Come on, guys. We are here for one purpose. We are just here to make money, and we have to humble ourselves. Understand? So when you hear about this runaway, there are people, majority out of 100%, I can tell you 95% it's peer influence.
But because they also want to go out and have fun.
You find out someone, like this lady, I was trying to talk to her, I was asking, why did you run away? Okay, now you are on my neck. You need all your documents. I brought you in here. If I was asking her because she approached me and told me, now I'm illegal, I need to legalize myself, I'm so sorry for what. I was asking her, what was the main reason for you to run away? Because I remember I used to talk to you, and I used to tell you, if you don't want to work, just tell them to bring you back to the office, at least we can talk, But once you run away, you go around. Now she's giving me a lot of troubles, a lot of things she has passed. It's a lot of stuff. But if you try to follow up, you find out it's peer influence.
And something else is that now, yes, of course, we have the Bahrain Kenyan Society, and they work on behalf of the embassy to help the Kenyans here in Bahrain. This is going to the Kenyans, and you run away from work, and after more than 7 months, you go to them and you say, I want you to help me. Now, I know 1 or 2 people who are working in clearing, document clearing, and they will charge them.
Yeah.
Now, some Kenyans are saying they charge you. But listen, 7 months, where have you been? Where have you been? Wherever you have been, you've been making money. So you should be paying for this service. Somebody is fueling their car to go and look for you, to go and look for your passport, to do all these things for you, and you're just seated there. If somebody has a problem in the house that they are working and they call, this is totally free of charge. The embassy supports it and they help you because you have a genuine problem that they need to solve for you. But you don't just run away from work, disappear for 7 months, because these people have a day job. They work. They have a job.
Sure.
So they have to take time out from their jobs to go and help you, and you had disappeared for 7 months. And now you want them to stop whatever they are doing to come and help you for free. No, it doesn't work out like that. If you have a genuine problem, then the Kenyan embassy representatives will wake up even in the middle of the night to help you out. But if you had disappeared from the face of the earth for 7 months, nobody knows where you are, and then you reappear and you want them to work for you, help you out. You can't even fuel their car. You just want them to do all that, and when they ask you for something, you come and say they are charging you. Sister, you have been busy for 7 months away. So how have you been surviving? You should pay for it. I am saying they should pay for it.
Yeah, it depends. Like, okay, I cannot say it depends because some of them, maybe they don't know. Like, I will talk about these representatives. These people, they are not employed by Bahrain. By Kenyan.
Kenyan embassy.
They're not employed by Kenyan embassy. Understand? So in Kenya, if you go in Kenya, no one knows about them. They know about Kuwait. Understand? So, and example, someone is clearing for immigration, there is amount needs to be paid. Because if you come for it, you want to regularize yourself, it means that either one of that representative has to follow up with the agency. If the agency doesn't cooperate, they will follow up with the sponsor, because this is what they are doing. Follow up with the sponsor, sponsor to police, police to, you know, it's a process. So this is a volunteer job, but you will hear so many cases, they are charged, they are this. But to be honest, me, what I can only insist, when someone is coming to work in Bahrain from back home, first of all, before even boarding, before even thinking, first of all, sit alone.
Give yourself a meeting.
Have
Call yourself for a meeting.
Make a meeting. Sign all your agreement with your brains and yourself, because after all, you come here, you came alone, but you come here and meet groups. Understand?
Absolutely.
So most of them are cheated. Some of them, they even tell me, you know, he took 50 BD to come and pick me. You know, I paid 100 BD for someone to come and pick me for one night. Then the following day, I was kicked out. I've had a lot. And what we have to do, we as Africans, we ladies, we have to do our best to bring our name back.
Absolutely.
Because this visa, it won't last for a long time. Just trust me. So what we need to do is to work hard and see if we can bring ourselves back to the system. Reason we are still blocked.
And by the way, something else that people need to know is that some people will say, I was homeless, you didn't give me somewhere to stay. I lost my job, I was homeless, you didn't give me somewhere to stay. Now, people need to know that if you are run away and I host you, if the police get you in my house as a runaway, I'll be charged. Is it 1,000 or 3,000 BD?
Go to jail.
And I will go to jail because I am hosting a runaway.
Yeah, no one is allowed. I cannot host someone and I'm not I'm an expatriate in Bahrain. What am I doing with a runaway? Me, myself, being that we have an office, I have accommodation, I cannot. If you don't have documents, I will not even allow.
And if you are a runaway, no. At least when you go to the police will clear you and they will know you're living with me. But if you're just run away, decided to vanish, you cannot. Somebody cannot just bring you into their house to live there, because if the police come, you'll be arrested as well.
It's peer influence, which has to stop.
And there is that, and there is something else. I once talked to somebody and they said, oh, which country are you from? From Kenya. Kenyans love to drink. Kenyans love to drink. Honestly, yes, Kenyans will love to drink. But you have to know when to drink. A lot of people are losing jobs because of just having a drink.
Most of the guys have been kicked out. Like now, there is 3 companies, I won't mention their names because I know, but they can't hire also Kenyan guys.
Sometimes back there was a video circulating in Bahrain, shamefully it is from us, and the woman was so drunk that she went screaming. Nobody stops you from drinking in Bahrain. Nobody. The police doesn't stop you from drinking. You're allowed to drink as much as you want, but you have to drink responsibly. You have to do. You have to know the things that are not allowed in this country. You can't just be drinking and walking around screaming.
Yeah, they do forget so much because, like I'm telling you, this doesn't come just from nowhere. This is peer influence. And once they will see like, okay, because we usually pick points from what we want to pick, but we don't know the ground of the person you meet, you know? Like sometimes you'll go outside and you meet a lady, she'll give you, oh, you know, I came through Sally. Okay. She will not tell you what happened, she will just tell you, and now you see me, I'm going through, I'm passing a lot, but If you try to get why you are okay, why you are still, you don't have your documents or what happened, she will not give you the real truth. Why? I'm speaking it and I'm telling you again, it's all about peer influence. And what can we do? You know, you understand? Each and everyone as an individual. First of all, Kenyans, they have to, most of the Africans right now, let me say Africans, because as you can observe right now in Bahrain, we have Ghanaians, we have Nigerians, we have Cameroons, we have Kenyans, Uganda, and Ethiopia. And okay, for the Ethiopian right now, they are still coming with work visa. You cannot even process a visit visa. But now, see how many people or how many guys and ladies right now are in Bahrain with this visit visa. What will happen in 2 months' time? What will happen?
Yeah.
3 months' time? They don't have jobs. They are roaming around all over. So after long, they will start again. Oh, you know Africans, you know Africa. So what can we do? It's this peer influence. Don't try to cheat someone back home. I can do. And you're back here. Even you're not doing anything. Actually, maybe even you are, because I'm surprised there is even people coming through, they were connected for visit visa. The person even who did a visit, you know, they'll tell you, I'll do for you a visit visa. But this is not the one to do the visit visa. Me, myself, I cannot release a visit visa. I will do it through my agent, you know, for the visit, the person who can finish visit visa. Work visa, I know, you sign. I will follow up until to the end. This is a work visa. But these people, someone is seated somewhere under his or her AC, calling you and playing with with the internet. You know, you need to pay 400 BD. This is for the visit. And then the ticket you have to pay 2 ways. So that's how you find out this person came through struggles. But once you reach here, there's no job. You are ready. So with the peer influence, you join them.
Personally, I have a lot of people who back at home feel like I don't want to help them get a job. But I have to say it very clearly. The reason I never want to involve myself with getting a job for anybody is because, one, if I get you a job and you get here and you don't like the job, you will say I got you the wrong job. Secondly, I want somebody to get a job that this is what they want. If I get you a job and you come here and you feel like I got you a low salary, I don't want anybody to feel like I got them something low, but they want to be here. So I prefer somebody to go through channels, right channels, to get themselves a job. I don't want to be in the middle of being the person who got you this kind of a job. Then another thing, very important thing, I have been in Bahrain for 8 years. And where I am here is not where I was in 2014. People should understand that whenever you get your first job, take it as a stepping stone to get more. Because when I came here, I was there, but I had to go up by myself. So when you come, don't have a big expectation that this is what I'm doing back in Kenya and that is the same job that you're going to get in Bahrain. No, you have to know that your first job will be your stepping stone. And the most important thing is that when you come here, please finish up your contract. If you don't have any issues with the company, finish up your contract. Whoa. So we've talked a lot about a lot of things, but on the other side, that I would like somebody who feels that they have something they want to share about this whole runaway stories, runaway cases. You can contact me and let's have a seat and talk about it. Because I think this is a big elephant in the room and we need to get to talk about it. On the other hand, I will try as well to bring somebody who has more of a legal procedure. to give us details on a legal procedure, people from the embassy will have a sit with them and get to understand, so that we can reduce this. We can reduce this in the island. Again, if you feel like we did not mention anything that you wanted us to talk about, please feel free to contact us and to let us know, so that we handle all of these questions. Once again, thank you so much for coming around. Thank you so much for getting time to come around.
Yeah,
And
I appreciate. And we are hoping that they will go through this, and we hope that things gonna be all right, and we are expecting that sooner or later, so very soon they're gonna open for our African ladies.
Yeah.
This is our high expectation come next month.
so we are hoping to build more information, give you more information about this island and about being legally here. So all the information that we can get, we will pass it through to you. So thank you so much, and thank you for joining me here on the Daring the Desert show. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much.